Well, Mizzou lost. Brutally. You could say it was belt to ass. Darian Peterson, he's pretty good. Mark Mitchell played good, but Mizzou just didn't play well enough. And the border war was won by Kansas. Well, that sucks. Played good. Not good enough the second half, though. Kansas, good team. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. But while I'm here, I actually, the game happened, obviously. But I actually, any Kansas fans that are just thinking about how good they are right now, I just kind of want to just talk about some fun facts about KU and Mizzou for a little bit. Yeah, so let's just start off with fun fact number one about Kansas. So everybody talks about how they're the Jayhawks and how that's such a cool mascot. You know, they love that bird. But the real thing is a Jayhawk does not exist. It's a mythical bird, a fictional creature, something that they just created. It's not real. Not real. Not a real thing. So yeah, their mascot's fake. Everything about them's fake, apparently. So then let's just go to number two and let's get into some basketball here because, you know, that's what every KU fan wants to talk about and nothing else. So obviously we know that they were the inventors of basketball. James Naismith, you know, the greatest ever, invented basketball, you know, with the basket and everything. You know, they were one of the greatest ever. So he was actually the first coach to ever get to face Mizzou in a game. That he was the coach for the first two matchups against Mizzou for the first two games of the border war. And, well, I'm actually checking my notes, and looks like he was 0-2 against us, including a 34-12 beatdown. So, yeah, Mizzou just owns the inventor of basketball, I guess. So, whatever you want to say about that, Kansas. So yeah, and then we'll go to fun fact number three. Let's go to 2012. You know, obviously skipping a bit of time. So yeah, it's the last year Mizzou's going to be in the Big 12. Everybody's hyping it up. 2 games in the regular season. Mizzou wins at home. KU wins the thriller on the road, even though that was totally a foul. But we won't talk about that play. But that wasn't that. The funny thing is people don't talk about is that game at Allen was not supposed to be the last game between us. It was actually supposed to be in the Big 12 tournament, in the championship, since KU was number 1, we were number 2. We were supposed to be in the championship. And so Mizzou did their thing. They got to the Big 12 championship. But KU actually lost to Baylor in the semifinals. So we never got that matchup again. And then Mizzou won the Big 12, obviously, because we run that fucking conference. And yeah, so in our final year, we ran the Big 12 and won the Big 12. So I guess we're just Big 12 champions forever. And then number 4, that kind of leads me into my next one, which is, so then after that season, obviously Mizzou leaves for the SEC for the better conference, you know, makes the better move for themselves, clearly. And, you know, so they go to KU and they're like, we want to keep this rivalry going, you know, because it's such a great rivalry. The Border War is a great rivalry. It's a top 15 rivalry in my eyes in all of college sports. But KU, being the petty little stubborn idiots they are, says, no, we don't want to play you. They just didn't want to play us. So that's why for 9 years we never played them in basketball, and for 14 years we never played them in football. Yeah, because they were stubborn and they whined because we left for a better conference. Because apparently we were going to ruin the conference by leaving them. So yeah, KU really cared about us that much that they were so mad that we left that they couldn't stand to play us. Either that or they were scared, one of the two. So then let's go into number 5, which is obviously, I get it, KU fans are probably watching saying, well, we've won national championships. You haven't talked about our national championships yet. Well, we'll get into that right here. So obviously in 2022, KU won that game. Yeah, we get it. You guys won the national championship. Blah, 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 whatever. But I actually want to go a little bit before that, in 2017, when there is an investigation into your program because you were paying players to come to your school. Through Adidas, they paid players to come to their school. And so, yeah, Silvio D'Souza just got so much money to come to them. So Bill Self, the cheater he is, scumbag he is, just cheated completely. But nobody talks about that. Yeah. And so then they do this whole investigation and everything. It's a whole big deal. And so, yeah, and now all this is going on while they win the national championship. The investigation happens during when they're in the national championship. And so for most basketball programs, this would result in a big postseason ban, a lot of loss of wins, loss of banners, loss of championships. Mizzou, we would have gotten banned from postseason because of violations like this, because of other violations like this. Mizzou has. But let's look at what KU got. They were ordered to take down their 2018 Final Four banner, and that's it. And that's it. That's it. Their championship in 2022 still counts, even though it shouldn't. So yeah, call me like, oh, you're just conspiracy theory. No, it just happened. You can look it up. Should have been taken away, but no, it won't. So yeah, and then let's get into the final one for basketball, number 6, which we don't have to go too far back for this one. Let's just go back to last year. KU number 1 in the country comes into Mizzou Arena and gets their ass beat. Let's just say the 2 words that are going to trigger most KU fans right now. Hunter Dickinson. Yeah, he was dog shit. Mizzou wins 76-67. Rush the court. Mr. Brightside plays. Tamar Bates is your father. Yeah, I can't say much more about that. So yeah, that's it for basketball. Obviously. Pretty good basketball school, but people just... National championship had taken away. That's all I'm going to say. Now let's get into football. Number 7, football, which, obviously we'll talk about football last, like most KU fans like to. So it's actually funny because the last time that KU won a Big 12 championship in football was 1968. 1968. And they shared the title that year. Do you want to go back to the last time that they won a title outright? 1930. 1930. That is 5 years away from being 100 years ago. 95 years, and they haven't won a Big 12 title outright in football. And you want to know the last time they had a chance to go play for one? Bring me into number 8. 2007, Mizzou KU at Arrowhead. Number 1 versus number 2. Mizzou runs their ass out of the fucking building. Chase Daniel's a dog. KU loses. Mizzou on top. We go to the Big 12 championship game and deny KU a Big 12 championship. Next page. So then we'll get into number 9, which is, obviously, we all know it. KU's football is awful. Terrible. In fact, here's just some of the quick rundown. From 2010 to 2021, their best record in a season was 3-9, with 2 seasons where they did not win a single game. They had 6 head coaches, and they only had 1 more Big 12 win than they did head coaches. 7 Big 12 wins over that time span, with a mass of embarrassing losses, starting off with a 6-3 loss to FCS North Dakota State. 2 losses in back-to-back years to Rice, a loss to Northern Illinois, and a loss to FCS South Dakota State. All capped off in 2018 by a loss to FCS Nicholls State. Who the hell is Nicholls State? But they lost to them. They lost to them. And just to top all this off, from 2008 to 2021, KU failed to win a road game in the Big 12. That was 56 games in a row. 56 games. Just insane. Then to cap it off, number 10, I just want to share a fun fact. I don't think many people actually noticed this. But in 2017, February 4th, a little four-star wide receiver called Jamar Chase committed to Kansas. And, he's obviously that Pro Bowl receiver for the Bengals, first-round pick, all that. Now, you might be saying, wait, I don't remember him playing for Kansas. Yeah, and you're right, because just 8 days later, he decided to decommit because the team was fucking terrible. Like, are we for real? You guys actually think that you're good at anything? So just to wrap it up for football, 58-54-9, Mizzou leads the all-time rivalry, currently on a 4-game winning streak after whipping your ass when you came to Columbia. And looking forward to next year going into Lawrence and whipping your ass again for the first time in Lawrence since 2005. So it's going to be good. Can't wait for that. And so next time a KU fan says they're good at anything, you can just tell them they're not. Overall, Mizzou, yeah, they might not have the national championships of basketball, but you know what? They're overall a better program. They just are in all sports. So yeah, MIZ, fuck KU.